Thank you so much, Aubrey, for inviting us to your studios. Certainly very beautiful
nice
studios.
studios, yeah.
Very, very beautiful studios.
Yeah.
But to unpack the VDP, we must remember that the Voluntary Disclosure Programme is administered by SARS. However, it is regulated by the Tax Administration Act, or what we professionals, as you called us earlier, the TAA. The Voluntary Disclosure Programme, VDP, gives errant taxpayers an opportunity to come forward on a voluntary basis and declare their taxes to SARS, their tax defaults to SARS, whether that be knowing or unknowingly. There are certain rules and certain requirements as per the law, but the absolutely critical one is that it must be voluntary. We have many clients that come to us and say, listen, I've received this letter from SARS, a letter of investigation into my affairs. May I submit an application under the VDP? Unfortunately not. It must be a voluntary declaration.
Okay, so once they are saying to you, but come here, we want to smell your space, your tax space, you can't use VDP because it's supposed to be voluntary. In other words, it's got to be of your own volition. You have to proactively go to them and say, listen, I have issues. I want to confess to certain issues. But you've just said knowingly or unknowingly. Let's park knowingly for a moment. How do I know that I've got to say something to SARS when I don't even know that I've committed some sort of a tax misdemeanor, crime, whatever?
Certainly a very important question. And for the broad taxpayer population that are often unaware of their obligations to SARS, but we must remember, and not to go too technical, but in terms of Section 102 of the TAA, the taxpayer, in most instances, bears the onus of proving whether something is not taxable. And that goes deeper in light of the fact that if a taxpayer is prudent, and we've seen the courts delve into this on many, many occasions, all the way up to constitutional court level, where the court has battled with this concept of how would a person know? And unfortunately, ignorance of the law, as we know, is not a defense. If you are a prudent taxpayer, Aubrey, and you are unaware of how a certain transaction is taxed, or if it is even a taxable event, surely you would approach a tax practitioner or a specialist or a professional in the area merely to ask the question and to get an opinion from a professional. Is this a taxable event? Do I have to declare this to SARS? In short, the answer is yes. Declare everything to SARS, albeit it may not be taxable, but you must play open cards. You must declare everything to SARS.